Okay, if you are getting into later on in your third trimester, 35, 36 weeks pregnant, or further along than that, then we really start talking to you about how to get this baby in a good position. So a lot of times, when you come in and we check baby's position, we say, oh, great, head down. Sometimes we'll even say, great, this baby's head down, the baby's back is, towards your stomach, or the baby's back is towards your back. And so we give you a little bit more information about that. But towards the end of your pregnancy, we really want to make sure that this baby is lined up well, so that your early labor process, those beginning times where it's trying to get baby in a good position, just goes by a little bit faster. Babies generally like to come out with their back closer to your stomach. So if they're facing something, they're facing your back. If babies are facing forward, then we would call that in a posterior position. And babies tend to like to fit through your pelvis in an anterior position, so their back being towards your stomach. So we love to do as much of the things that we can do prenatally to get baby in that good position. Some of the ways that you can just do that naturally without having to, do a bunch of funny positions standing on your head, you can just do throughout your day on a normal basis. One of the most important things that you can do is just maintaining good posture throughout the day. So if you think about, your belly button as a flashlight, you always want it to be facing forward. You don't want your flashlight pointing towards the ground. It can either, face forward or actually, sorry, you do want it either facing forward or towards the ground. You never want it facing up towards the ceiling, which is how a lot of us, when we're relaxing at home, like to be. We want to be leaning back, reclining in a comfortable position. We even might have a recliner that we hang out in for hours at a time. Anytime when you're in that reclined position, what gravity is doing is actually encouraging baby to be in that back-to-back position or posterior position. Gravity is just kind of hammocking baby in that way. So what's a better way to relax if you're at home just hanging out and you want to, put your feet up for a while? It's actually better to lay on a side rather than in a reclined position. If you're in a side, it's not completely encouraging baby to be in that hammocked position. So sides are always a better place to relax than reclined. Another great place for you to be hanging out is on a birth ball. That's a great way to keep your pelvis nice and open and align your hips so that baby is really getting into a good spot. You can sit on your birth ball and even lean forward on the back of a couch or something if you're trying to relax and you don't want to have to hold up your whole weight, on your birth ball and be using your core for hours if you're really relaxing. So put your birth ball, behind your couch or behind a chair and just kind of lean forward on the chair. It can be really relaxing. It's also a really good idea just to do some cat-cow positions. So if you've ever done yoga and you're on hands and knees and kind of just stretch your hips in that way, where you do some good cat-cow positions, can kind of help get baby in a good spot and stretch your ligaments out. You can also before bed just kind of sit in hands and knees or a forearm knee position where your forearms are down on your bed and then you're kind of up on your knees so that your body is more in a inclined position here like this. And that's a great way to get baby to kind of hammock forward if you have a baby in a posterior position. But the best way to think about getting baby in a good position these last few weeks is just continue to be mobile. Don't carry a toddler on one hip. Alternate hips when you're carrying your kids. Don't just sit with, one leg up all the time. Alternate, stretch. Really think about being in those good upright positions.